Hello, POTA people. Eric, KD4MZM. Today we're at Kilo 1857, 1857, the Don Pedro Island State Park. This is the land-based side. There's two sections to this park. They have the land-based and the island side. Currently, only the land-based side is open. And they're doing some work. They've had some damage from the storms in the past, and so we can't get over to the island side, so we'll just work the land-based. This park is really nice. It's located right here in Placida, Florida. It's right here on the main roadway, so it's very, very easy to find. Sign is quite large, right out towards the front of the road. There's some high tension power lines right in front, but they don't seem to bother us in the park. I've activated here a few times and never had a problem with any RF noise or trash or anything, either nearby or inside the park. You've got to remember though, coming to this park is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So if you want to plan on coming down here, the park is closed Monday and Tuesday, so bear that in mind. Although if you do come on a Monday and Tuesday, if you come out to the main entrance here and take a right, down on the right, just a ways down, not far, is another state park. So Charlotte Harbor State Park is right down there on the right, and so if you're looking to do a two-park rove, you can pick this one up, and you can also pick up Charlotte Harbor right down the street. This park is a unmanned ranger park. Sometimes they do have a ranger here, sometimes they don't. It's hit and miss. Today there is one here. He's very nice. We've spoken to him. Every time I've spoken to them, they've been very friendly. So what they've got here is an Iron Ranger, and we'll get back up to it here in a second. And what you've got to do is you've got to check in with the Iron Ranger. If you are an annual pass holder, you still take the blue envelope, put your pass number on it, and drop it into the box and continue in. If you're not a park holder, you take the envelope, deposit the correct amount, and then continue in. And now if the ranger is here, they kind of watch them under that. It gets them a little upset when people come in and don't even use the Iron Ranger. Even if you're an annual pass holder, they still prefer you to put the envelope in and do that. The ranger explained to me that that way they can show the state how many people are coming to their park, so if they need funds or stuff allocated, they can get them. Now this park is a daylight only park, early daylight park. So also if you want to come here, bear that in mind. The park opens at 8 a.m. and closes promptly at 5. I've been here right at 4:45, and they'll start notifying everyone that we're closing in 15 minutes and you do have to leave. They lock the gates up, and so it's closed, so also remember that. These are the current fees: $3 a vehicle, 8 for a maximum of 8 people. But again, if you have the annual pass, there's no fee. The Iron Ranger's right here. You will come up. There's a box here. You would take one of the envelopes out, fill out the envelope side, keep your side, put it on the front of your vehicle so they can see it on the dash, and then deposit it up into the envelope, and then come into the park. This park does have alligators down here, even though it is on the salt water. Out here in the wooded area, they have been known to have gators out here. So the ranger said bear that in mind. If you walk the trails or get close, they have been seen. But overall, it's a really nice park. It's a lot of tree damage. If you come here, you'll see a lot of trees got blown over from the last storm. This was a very beautiful park with the foliage and the trees and such, but the last hurricane really did damage to this area. A lot of trees in this area have not sprouted back, and they've actually killed them when the hurricane came. This park received a lot of damage, and it was closed for a while before that. There is a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit in here. They kind of enforce that because if you notice, it's nothing but dirt. It's just a little dirt gravel road coming in here. So if you kind of get on it a little bit, it really makes it nasty, dusty, dirty. So the ranger said just, kind of maintain the speed, especially if it's dry. Really gets dusty out here. They got nature trails. Right now, they're a little wet. We've had some rain, so they are wet and swampy. So bear that in mind if you come down. This park is maintained by fire. They got signs that explain that, so if you're not familiar with it, they maintain the park. They shape it through fire, which helps preserve the park and such. A lot of the trees that you see and logs in the background is what they've had to cut and remove and toss to the side from the storm damage in the past. You'll come in here and you'll think there's a lot of activity. There's a couple kayak and paddleboard companies that contract here, and they have a lot of people that come in and they go down to the water and do that. So when you first come in here, you're going to think the park's crowded. Could be other POTA operators or such, but contrary, it's a lot of the surfboarders and paddleboarders, kayakers. So I came here. The other half and I were the only ones in here. The other ones are out doing that. This park does have facilities, very nice facilities. I've been in them. They're very nice, very clean. So we're on the land-based side again. Everything's protected in through here. So they've got a little area to sit. They do have a couple handicap spots, 2 handicap paved concrete areas to set in. If you're handicapped and need such, they are wheelchair accessible from a van. They've got them wide enough. They've got 1 picnic table area, shaded area. There's 3 picnic tables here, but just a shaded area. I've operated there with the local club. We came down and operated from the table and set up out through here. They got some brochures and posters up on the type of fish that can be caught from the water right down the way there. Again, the restrooms are there. They do have an AED. They got an outside drinking fountain. That's the ranger station right there. Again, it's just a little shed for them, but you got AC in it. That's where the ranger sets these. One is their office here on the left. The one on the right is their maintenance shed. They got 1 little grill down here. So overall, it's a really nice park. Really enjoy it. There's some shaded areas depending on the time of day you come and where you get. I was fortunate enough that some of the shaded areas were tied up. We came down through the other side here and got us a spot here. And as soon as we get down to the video, we're going to fire up and get some of you guys worked here from Kilo 1857. We'll be on 20 meters. And we're going to try 10 meters today. We've got a request to try to move further down the band. Some guys are wanting some of the other bands, so we thought we'd work 10 and 12 meters and try to shy away from 15 and 12 or 17 for a while. And being that 10 is doing so good and such, we thought we'd give that a try. So look for us today on 10 meters besides the old standby 20 meters. But that's the area to the water. There's a little beachfront down there, a kayak launch area. We used to be able to drive down there, but like I say, they had damage and all, so we can no longer drive down there anymore. The culvert's unstable. We've had some washouts down there, so it's been closed for a while until they get the necessary funds to get it back. But you can still walk and transverse down there by foot or bicycle. Real nice down there. If you need assistance or anything, they recommend you call the park, and they can assist. But other than that, that's the park. It's really nice. They keep it really maintained. They also keep the gravel area and the gravel road pretty well graded. I've never really been down here in any of my visits where the parking lot has been all bumpy and holy and nasty. They keep it very well graded and very well maintained for a shell parking lot. Anyway, people, that's it for today from Kilo 1857, the Don Pedro Island State Park. If we could get over to the island side, we would, but maybe hopefully soon they'll get that open and we'll be able to get a video from the island side, because I've been there one time and it's very, very nice on the island side. Very primitive over there and very nice. Anyway, 7-3s from Kilo 1857. Hope to put you on the log. KD4MZM.